What is up, guys, and welcome back to another episode. Today we're back working on the Cummins again. It's going to be a common thing. We had injector failure, so I just decided to go ahead and replace all 6 of them. We went with industrial injections, 13% over injectors, remans there. I'll show you those in a second. I do have to apologize ahead of time. I did tear it down already, so you're not going to see a video of me tearing it down. It was a Monday morning after work thing. Didn't know what was going on, had to figure it out. But you will get to see it going back together, so keep tuned for that. So without further ado, let's show those injectors. Got this beautiful box here. Let's open it up. What do we got here? Stop. Nope. Don't need that. Nope. Don't need any of that. Alright, now I already went through and I did check them all out just to check for these terminals are very sensitive, so I kind of looked them over just to make sure. Overall, looks like a great product. The reman, for a reman, looks amazing. I only noticed on one of them there was a little scratching from where it was put together, but I mean, it's just a cosmetic look. Let's see if I can find it here. This one here. I don't know if you can see the scarring. That's really the only thing. That's just cosmetics. So other than that, they look amazing. So let's get the camera set up over here so you can watch how they go back together. I've got the torque specs. Did some research on the torque specs online, so you'll get to see all the specs going down and getting to put it back together. Before we get started, I just want to show you my fancy list here. That is all the torque specs for everything and the sequences for the injector and feed tube there. So that's what I'm going to be referencing off. I got it all offline for various forms. So hopefully you guys will have a good view here watching. We've got our torque wrenches ready. And we are going to start installing some injectors. So right off the bat, this is what we have. Make sure you remove the nozzle cap before you put it in there. We're going to put a little bit of grease oil around here, although it's got some on it from testing. We're just going to put a little bit so it doesn't pinch. And then you have where the feed tube goes in, the fuel feed tube. You need to make sure that's facing the correct direction. Again, pull that off. You can put a little oil on the back side of these O-rings if they're not staying, but that one's pretty stuck on there, so we're not going to worry about that. So right off the bat, there, that one pressed down in. And we have the bolts here. I am going to got our new feed tube. We're going to guide that down in to make sure everything lines up. So we're going to pre-torque that to 44 inch-pounds. It's going to be 5/16. We're going to try to do it evenly here. Okay, there's the pre-torque. have our piece that holds it in here, our nut. We're going to pre-torque that down to 11 foot-pounds to start. 11 foot-pounds. And then we're going to go back to the injector and finish off the full torque on that of 89 inch-pounds. So 89 inch-pounds is the final torque spec on the injector bolts. Okay, that's all we got for there. And then for the final feed tube, we want 37. So 37 will be the final for the fuel feed tube. There's that. Then all that's left to do is move on to the next injector. Just lube that O-ring up a little bit with some oil. Remove the nozzle. Make sure this isn't going to fall off before it goes in. You got your feed hole there for the tube, facing the correct direction. Just a little push, gives you a clip. Get the new feed tube put in. They recommend doing new feed tubes when you do this because it could have cross-contamination here. There you go. That is in. Instead of going back and forth with a torque wrench, we're going to do the rest of these all at once now. So 44 inch-pounds for the pre-torque. Again, just kind of going back and forth here. 44. And then 11 foot-pounds for the nut that holds the feed tube in. For the pre-torque. Gonna keep on moving along. Again, hole facing the correct direction towards where the feed tube comes in. Just a slight press. It's in. We're just going to make sure the feed tube lines up right off the bat before we do anything else. And these feed tubes can only go in one way. They've got their there it is. They have their alignment pin on there, I guess you could call it. Even. That sound is so satisfying. And like I was saying a little bit earlier, there's that alignment pin that has to align for it to slide in. There it goes. It takes a little press, then you'll hear a snap or feel a snap, whichever, and then you'll know it's in. Again, we're just pre-torquing them right now all together, even though we did the first one all the way, just to show you. These ones we're just pre-torquing, and then we'll go back through and finish that all off. I'll even double check the first injector. This is just pre-seating everything together. Just to kind of give you an idea of how simple this is, I've never done this before. I've done injectors, but never on a diesel. So this is a learning experience for me, and hopefully for you guys as well. And all we want to hear at the end is some sweet purring of some diesel. Or some valve rattle. I mean, it's a Cummins. I'm okay with that too. It is quite a reach to the back here. I should have started with the back, but that wouldn't have been very good video. All right, and the last one all the way in the back. Satisfying. Show you a little bit of what I'm dealing with. That bolt fell down right into that oil drain hole. So now I gotta drain the oil out of this. Oh, there's a lot in there. So the whole thing here was the injectors were leaking out on the top of the solenoids, fuel right into the oil, which caused me to have about a gallon of fuel mixed with my oil. Now I get to play. Find the bolt. I hear it in there. Wish I had a strainer. Success. Alright guys, the video cut out at some point, so I apologize. I don't know how much I got in the last video, so I'm just going to kind of review everything that I did after the injectors, because I know I at least got the first part of the injectors, and then we'll go on from there. So these rockers I had all in line, put them all back to where they go. They got torqued down to 27 foot-pounds on each one. Got all the injector lines put back on. I did purge all the lines with air just to make sure they were clean, no dirt or debris inside. The best way to handle that would be to send them out and have them professionally cleaned. but I didn't have the time for that, so I just purged them full of air. And let's see, next, let's get our wire harness slash valve cover gasket on. I did clean this up so that we have a nice seat. So let's grab that and open it. Should always use new gaskets. Probably is the smartest idea, opening this with a knife. Thing is, it's got a wire harness and it's a seal gasket. Oh good, it's locked up in bubble wrap. We got little O-rings. I wonder what those are for. Alright, so fancy that. This is our injector harness and valve cover gasket. So fitment's just a little bit off. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, so it looks like these are pretty self-explanatory as to where they go. I'm hoping. So we do have torque specs for these. We want to make sure we are very careful when torquing them down because we do not want to snap the top of the solenoid tabs off. So these injector wire nuts are 11 inch-pounds. 11. And that's also written on that cardboard roadkill style to-do list in the beginning there. So no more than 11 inch-pounds. First. Google and double check that color. I don't think my torque wrench will do 11 inch-pounds, but let's see what we can do. Huh, 30 inch-pounds. Well, we're not going to do 30 inch-pounds at all. We're just going to harness complete. Fancy valve cover. Assuming that's gonna level out. I don't know where these seals go. Didn't have any when I pulled it off, that's for sure. Okay. Back on we go. One's up front. I don't recommend using an impact, not one bit. Interesting. These valve cover bolts are supposed to be torqued to 18 foot-pounds. such a far reach back. This part. I do have air tools, I just don't want it flinging all the dirt around and into the open holes. Never go with cheap gaskets, guys. These ones already aren't working very well. Again, I don't recommend that one bit. That sure went up. What a pain in the butt. No boost leaks. Alright, so I still have to do an oil change here. I already have the oil drain. Just gotta change the filter, put new oil in it, reconnect the batteries. We're just gonna kind of go over, do a check here. Harness is connected. Everything that I took off, brackets. Looks like, oh. That's how tools are lost. I got a mess to clean up over here. So let's keep going. We're almost there. Alright, so I just had to go get cleaned up. Just jump in the shower real quick. Finish it all up. Before I hop in this thing, I wanted it to be clean. Didn't want to get it all oily. So I'm going to stick the camera at the back of the truck and try this thing's first startup with the new injectors. It's all back together, oil's in it. So let's give it a try. it fired up, but yeah, I think one of the lines is loose, and I'm not sure which one. I'm just gonna hope it's not any of the rear ones. Oh boy. Well, as you can see, guys, something definitely went wrong there at the end. What happened was I didn't quite have the injector lines quite tightened up. So right after I started it, it was spitting fuel clear across the garage. So I had to shut it down real quick, and I didn't quite have the correct tools to get those tightened. I did wind up the next day grabbing a injector line socket, which worked pretty good because it was so tight in there. I grabbed a 19mm crow's foot as well, and that actually worked wonders. I was able to torque it and everything. Didn't have an issue with leakage after that. Thing runs great. It's been a minute since that and the current time period now. It's been a couple months, especially we had winter come. Everything kind of got put on hold with work and everything. But it's back together. I've got about almost 10,000 miles on it with these injectors in there. Thing runs great. Don't have any issues with it. You can kind of see we're all... Of course, this is 10,000 miles later. I've got two oil changes done on it, but I apologize. The GoPro and the video at certain times had actually cut out, so it was a little difficult to get everything in, and I obviously wasn't going to go through and redo it for the sake of the video. But if you have any questions, you can always comment down below. I'm always willing to help as best I can. I mean, I'm learning at this as well as all of us. I mean, if you're watching this video, you're trying to learn as much as you can as well. It's kind of a learning experience. So that pretty much sums up this video. Stay tuned for the next one. The next one, we are introducing our new project car. I've been working on it for a little bit, kind of since August. Unfortunately, I haven't been filming the whole project as of right now, but we're going to start now. Just to kind of a peek, there is a lot of body work going on with it, so I figured I didn't want to bore you with most of the body work, but I do have pictures and stuff to show you of that. And then we're going to get into that. So if you liked what you've seen, if I was any bit of help to you guys at all, please leave me a like. If you want to see the next build coming along, hit that subscribe button. You're going to see it real soon here. We're going to get a video out in the next couple days of what's going on. As always, thanks for watching the video. Have a great day, guys.